It is no accident you're here.
There are no mistakes.
So, all right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, and we're back. Lucious College made for you hair, honey, organic hair care products. My business partner and baby sister, Cheryl Conley, with
Hello.
with the Rosemary Revolution. Okay, so it was like 2 weeks ago we did session
Two.
two, which was
Where
where
are
where do I begin?
where do I begin?
Right. So now in session two, you covered the 7 areas of life,
Yes.
right? Remember, there's that physical, spiritual, emotional, intellectual, social, occupational, and what
You
I
say
mentioned,
intellect.
psychological. Okay, let's make sure we get them all right.
It's
So,
physical wellness, environmental wellness, spiritual wellness, emotional and psychological wellness, intellectual wellness, occupational wellness, and social wellness.
okay, so now you called it a test.
Yes.
Why?
Because it asks questions that I had to answer.
Okay, so it's really considered an assessment, but you can say there's no right or wrong answers. It's for you to be honest with you about kind of where you are in terms of your life, overall life development. It helped me in the beginning because I had no idea that there were 7 ways we could look at life. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So when I would realize my life was missing something, but I didn't know where. Something was wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on it. But when I saw the 7 areas of wellness, then I saw, okay, well, I'm kind of socially off because it asks you like questions about like your social life, right?
Yes.
Like one of the questions from social wellness is what?
I enjoy my time with others.
Okay, so, and this is in a social setting, not in a professional setting. So if I'm not spending time with others, I can't enjoy my time with others because I don't spend time with them, which means that I wouldn't rate myself as 5 for always because I never do it. So that would be a 0. So in terms of my social wellness, that would be a lower rate for me because it's saying, okay, Lucius, you're probably not as socially well or healthy as you could be or strong. So when you did your assessment, what area did you come up with working in?
Mine was occupational wellness.
Okay, and so you believe now when we do this, because first we're looking at the dream life and we're saying, where do I begin? Where's my weakest link? What area can I strengthen to help me achieve my dream life? And so you decided occupational wellness based on.
My score and me knowing myself.
Okay, so now and what is occupational wellness? Give us some ideas of the questions so we can get a better picture of what occupational wellness is.
I earn enough money to meet my needs to provide stability for me and or my family. I earn enough, but it's as far as the other question on how I spend my money, my benefits and my work benefits individually, and I have an emergency fund of $100 to $1,000, and that I don't have. So I know I need to work on that.
Okay, so in that way, by doing that, you believe that's going to make you stronger in order to be able to reach your dream.
Exactly.
Okay, so now that that's accomplished, we know what the dream is. We know what area we're going to work on toward the dream to get us closer to the dream. And now in session 3, we're asking this question.
Session 3 is how
Is
far I am. Where do I begin?
no, that's where you
That
do.
was 2. How far am I?
How ready?
Oh, how ready? I'm sorry.
Right.
How ready am I?
How ready am I? And in session 3, we're going to look at 5 stages of change. They say you go through 5 stages of change. Anytime you're going to make a change in your life, sometimes we don't sustain change because we're not ready for change. You know how a lot of times people want to go on a diet and they just decide one day, oh, I'm just going to go on a diet. But they don't really prepare themselves to go on the diet, which is pre-contemplation, like I don't care about going on a diet, to contemplation, I do care, but I'm not really ready to look into it, to preparation, which is let me do some research and see what type of diet I might be able to maintain. And then there's action, which is let me go beyond research and pick one to maybe try or people to talk to that are trying that to determine if it's something I want to do. If I determine it, then I take action. And then maintenance. keeping up with the whatever change it is you say you're going to make. So sticking to the diet. But if you haven't gone through those stages, you'll probably fall into what we call stage number 6, which is a relapse, which is go back to the beginning. So it's not a bad thing, and we don't really include it in the Rosemary Revolution because you're never really starting at the beginning because you've already been there and done that. So you're really just going back. You're not going back to pre-contemplation. You'll probably go back to preparation or to action or even just back up to maintenance. So it depends on the individual. So that's where you are in session 3. And you've looked at session 3 some, right?
Yes.
Okay. And have you determined kind of what area you think you're in, what stage you think you're in of readiness?
Preparation.
For the preparation stage, which is that research stage to see kind of where you want to go, what you want to do. All right, so we're going to talk next week about what you decided to do in preparation, what kind of research you decided on. That's going to give you a week to kind of research whatever that change is you're contemplating. We'll talk about that change, and we'll talk about how you want to go about taking action.
Okay, can you have more than one?
What, stage of change?
Yes.
No. Oh, in preparation. Yes. When you talk about when we talk about a stage of change, we're talking about how ready are you?
Yes.
So you've already thought about this is the change I want to make. Right. And in preparation, you're saying, okay, I'm ready to look into this change. Right. So when you say more than one, you're saying, can I have more than one way to go about this change? Yes, you can. But right now, we don't want you to focus on, yes, you can say, okay, a savings program, a budget, whatever. Exactly. Yeah. You're going to research all of that now. Because you're trying to weigh what's going to fit you.
Exactly.
So you're not going to try to go about this the way that anybody else does it. You're going to create your own way. Okay. And we're going to help you get through that. So this is the Rosemary Revolution. We're teaching you how to self-coach yourself. We're giving you the utensils because if you're not eating an elephant, your dream is too small to get your life full.
Because you have a supreme destiny.